Hello, hello, hello. It is Thursday, May the 7th in the year 2020. Once again, we are coming to the end of another week, week 6 of remote learning. And after the end of this week, you guys only have 1 week and then a half of a week left. So if you notice, I've kind of changed things up here in the top corner. We're going to do our countdown. So 10 school days left, including today, is all that you have left. And I know that the desire to get outside and in this beautiful weather and sunshine and everything is, really tempting, but make sure that you guys finish out this week really strong and then really commit to working super hard next week and getting as much work done as you can then, because then I think that very last half week of school is going to be more of a fun time, just like the end of school normally is. So definitely, obviously you can tell, super sunny today. Highs of 55, low 39. Feeling just really great on our way to summer for sure. So let's talk about our foreign language for today. We are going to move from Japan in our foreign language to China. So again, you can see we talked about Russia earlier this week and how huge and massive that country is. And then yesterday we talked about how small the island nation of Japan is. And now we're popping back over here to, again, a huge part of Asia, which is the country of China. All right, and so let's talk about to say hello in China. Again, different symbols used in their pronunciation. So you would pronounce that ni hao. Ni hao is how you say hello in Chinese. Now that's Mandarin Chinese. There are also some regions that speak a little bit of a different version of Chinese called Cantonese, but the official language of the country of China is the Mandarin Chinese. And so you would say ni hao. Excuse me. This is their flag. And it's interesting because it's very reminiscent of the original Soviet Union flag before Russia broke away and kind of disbanded in the early 90s and separated into some different countries. They were an official communist country, as is China. And so if you recall, the old Soviet communist Russian flag had a huge red background and some gold pictures up in that corner, but it was a hammer and a sickle and a star, which had different representations than what this flag has. This red background does symbolize the communist revolution to them. The largest gold star there represents the government form called communism, and then the 4 smaller gold stars represent the 4 social classes of the people in China under communism. And so China became a communist country back in 1949, so it's roughly 70 years. So that's in terms of the history of the earth, that's not a very long time, because China, and prior to that, the Chinese Empire had existed for over 3,000 years. It's one of the world's 4 ancient civilizations. So, to be, something for only 70 years in that comparison is not very long. So I want you to, for your word of the day, I want you guys to think of, just like we did yesterday when we were trying to think of any kind of Japanese word we might use in our, kind of daily lives. I want you to today to try to think of a Chinese word that we use every day. Like, for example, wok, W-O-K. A wok is a Chinese term for a large, deep cooking pan where you make stir fries. See, so there's an example. So I want you to come up with an example of a Chinese word or phrase that we use in English all the time. And then I'm going to talk to you also about our observance for today. Today is what is referred to as the National Day of Prayer. And obviously, if you're not necessarily a believer in prayer, it could be the National Day of Meditation. Taking time to really kind of sit, have some quiet, silent, focused time where you are, being grateful for all of the, positive things and blessings that we do have in our lives, and really, praying and sending out thoughts to, kind of help with the negative things that are going on in our lives. And it just really helps you to get, kind of centered and kind of refresh your spirit. All right, so take some time for that today. And then let's go ahead and get to our rebus for today. Remember, rebus is on Thursdays. So here is your rebus. Within this white square, you see a word. You'll look at the shape or just something about the word that kind of gives you a clue as to what the answer is. So look very carefully at that. That is your rebus for today. And what I want you to do is pop your answer to the rebus in the comment box if you think you know the answer. And then, of course, your word of the day sentence with your Chinese word that you can find. And then I'll obviously check your online programs as well. All right, and so back to our Chinese language to say goodbye for today. And here you see how it's spelled. Again, different markings in their words. To say goodbye in Chinese, you would say 再见. All right, so I'm going to say 再见 to you guys for today. I hope you have a great Thursday. I hope you're wrapping up your week really strong. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.